Hello students. So in this session I am going to discuss about the addressing modes of 8051 microcontroller. So there are different types of addressing modes. Before that, what is the addressing mode? The way by which the address of operand is specified in an instruction is known as addressing mode. So we can specify the address of the data in different ways. So in which way we are specifying, that is informed by the addressing mode. Sometimes the operand is directly mentioned in the register, or the operand is directly mentioned in the instruction, or sometimes the address of the operand, that is the memory address of the operand, is stored in a register. So like that, there are different ways of locating the address. So the way in which the address of operand is specified in the instruction is known as addressing mode. So this 8051 microcontroller supports the following types of addressing modes: register addressing mode, direct addressing mode, register indirect addressing mode, immediate addressing mode, register specific addressing mode, indexed addressing mode, stack addressing mode. So register addressing mode, here the source or destination data should be present in the registers, maybe R0 to R7, or sometimes an accumulator also. So in this mode, the operands are in registers. This mode occurs between register A and some other registers R0 to R7. So the examples are move R0, comma A. This implies that move the contents of accumulator into the R0 register of specified bank. Move A, comma R7 is move the contents of R7 of the specified register bank into the accumulator. The similar way, add the contents of R4 in the specified register bank with the contents of accumulator. Now we'll see. So how we have to select the particular register bank. Actually we need to select the bank. Okay. So how we have to select the register bank? That is by specifying the bit 4 and bit 3 of the program status word in 8051. As already you know that 8051 program status word is having the following bits: carry, auxiliary carry, this is a user flag, register select bank 1, register select bank 0, overflow and parity flag. For example, I want to add the contents of R3 and R4 in a register bank 3. Now we have to select the register bank 3 by using this program status word. So as we know that we can select the register banks by using these 2 bits of program status word. So now to select the register bank 3, we must use 1 1 in the RS1 RS2. That means bit 4 and bit 3 should be 1. That means the PSW should be having 0 0 0 1 1 0 0 0. Then first you have to change the start this one. So for that you have to write an instruction move PSW comma hash, that is immediate data. I will tell you next immediate data address mode also. That is 0 0 0 1 1 0 0 0. If it is the binary, we can write B. That means this will be moved. This byte data will be moved onto the program status word. So that makes RS1 1, RS0 That makes the RS0 1. That selects the bank 3, register bank 3. Or sometimes the same you can write like this: move PSW hash, maybe in the hexadecimal code. What is 0001? That is 1 100 is 8 18H. So that select the register bank 3. Then you can write an instruction move A comma R3. Now that means move the contents of R3 in the bank 3, in the register bank 3, to the contents of to the accumulator. Move the contents of R3 in a register bank 3 to the accumulator. Then I can write an instruction add A comma R4. It adds the contents of R4 in the register bank 3 with the contents of accumulator, and the result will be stored. What is the content of accumulator? That is already content of R3. So like that we can perform this instruction. So this is about the example of first addressing mode, which is nothing but register addressing mode. Okay. Now second addressing mode is direct addressing mode. The direct addressing mode can access on-chip RAM and special function registers. That means here the source or destination address is specified by using 8-bit data in the instruction. Okay, for this only the internal data memory can be used. That is, what is internal data memory? That is 128 bytes of RAM. So that can be utilized. In this case, what is the meaning of move a comma 70h? What is the meaning of move a comma 70h? So simply that copies the contents of 70h memory location to the accumulator. Otherwise, it moves the contents of memory location 70h into the accumulator. And next, move R0 comma 40h. It moves the contents of 40h memory location into the R0 register. Now, here I have written some instruction called move 0F0H. 0F0H is the address, SFR address of the register B. It moves the contents of accumulator to the B register. So in the data addressing mode, the address of the data is directly specified in the instruction. The address of the data is directly specified in the instruction. Whereas third one, register indirect addressing mode. See, in the here what happens is the address of the data which is to be operated is stored in a register first, and here we are not specifying the address, we are specifying the data by using that register. Clearly, listen clearly. Here the source or destination address is given in a register. By using the register indirect addressing mode, the internal or external address can be accessed. So most of the time the R0 and R1 are used for 8-bit address, and data pointer is used for 16-bit address, and no other registers can be used for this addressing mode. So only where we can use 3 registers. You can say that for 8-bit address R0 and R1, whereas for 16-bit address DPTR, that is data pointer, can be used. Okay. First what we are doing is just I will explain with the whiteboard. So here we can have an instruction called move a at the rate R0. Another one is some add a. So this here the R0 and R1 point to the contents in the RAM. So this R0 and R1 are having the address of RAM where data stored. That means here maybe here I am having some memory. So the address of that one is specified by register R0, and the content of this one is moved to the destination register. Here actually I am having some data, some XX data is there. So R0 is having the address of this memory. This is a memory, RAM memory. So it is having some address, maybe this is having some 23H. So this address is mentioned. 23H is the address of the memory location. So the content, the instruction move a comma at the rate R0 is specifying that. At the rate means in this particular register we are having some address. It is not direct register. If you are not specifying at the rate, the content of R0 will be moved. But here whenever you are specifying the at the rate, the indirectly the address is stored in the R0. That informs that. Okay. So in the register R0 we are having some memory location address where some data is stored, that is XX, and that has to move into the destination register, that is accumulator. So this is about the register indirect. In this, the address of the data is specified in a register R0 or R1 if it is having only 8-bit address. If it is having 16-bit address, we can use the data pointer. So that is about the register indirect addressing mode. Now the fourth one, immediate addressing mode. The fourth one is the immediate addressing mode. In this mode, the operand is specified within the instruction itself. The data which is to be operated is directly specified in the instruction. In case of 8086, we are using some directly some move AX comma 5000H. That is the 5000H is the data directly moved. But here, whenever you are specifying the data directly, we have to put some hash. The symbol hash. So this we have to use. Okay. So data is provided in the instruction itself. The data is provided immediately after the opcode. There are some examples. Move a comma hash 0. That is, put 0 in the accumulator. That is, after completion of this instruction, after executing the instruction, the accumulator content becomes 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Move R4 comma hash 11H. That H is nothing but hexadecimal. That means 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So it puts the 11 hexadecimal in the R4 register of the specified bank onto the register 4. Move B comma hash 11. That is 11H. Here it is not specified B. It is not specified any H or B. You can say that is the binary data. Okay. That is 0 0 0 1 0 1 1. That is 8 plus 3, 11. If it is not mentioned H, you have to assume that it is the binary data. That is 0 0 0 1 0 1 1 is moved on to the B register. And next, move DPTR comma hash 7521H. The 7521 is hexadecimal data is moved on to the data pointer. 1 is nothing but 0 0 0 1, 2 is nothing but 0 0 1 0, 5 is nothing but 0 1 0 1, 7 0 1 1 1. So this data is moved on to the data pointer. This is about the immediate addressing mode. In this case, the data which is to be operated is directly specified in the instruction itself. Next, register specific addressing mode, or in this instruction, the register is directly implied in the addressing mode. That's why it is also called as sometimes implied addressing mode. So in this implied addressing mode, there will be a single operand. These types of instructions what you call as can work on specific registers only. Maybe most of the times we can use the accumulator. Okay, here we are having an instruction called RLA. That means rotate the contents of accumulator to left. So whatever the contents of accumulator, already we have discussed about rotating. Okay. So that what you call as operand is directly specified in the instruction. RLA is nothing but in this instruction it contains the operand. So the operand is implied in the instruction itself. That is, that's what is called as register specific or implied addressing modes. Swap A. So A means the accumulator which is having 8-bit data. So the 8-bit data we are having some nibbles, 4-bit, 4-bit. The nibbles can be swapped. So we'll see that what happens using whiteboard. Swap A. The instruction itself having the operand, then swap A. Swap the contents of accumulator. For example, accumulator content is some 10100100. Sorry, 0101. So swap A means swap the nibbles of the accumulator. That means exchange. So after executing this instruction swap A, the contents of accumulator becomes, so these two nibbles will be swapped. That means it becomes 0101 1010. So before that, what is the data actually? 1010 means that is 8 plus 2 10 11 A 3H. But now it becomes 3H. That means it can swap the swap the both the nibbles of the accumulator. So that is nothing but register specific addressing mode. Next, indexed addressing mode. So actually this mode, in this mode, program memory or data memory can be accessed. So the source memory can also be accessed from program memory only. The destination operand is always register A. Some examples, we'll see that examples. That is move C A comma at the rate A plus DPTR. So what is the meaning of this? We'll see. Move A at the rate A plus DPTR. What is the meaning of this one? What is the move C? In this instruction, C is nothing but code byte. Here in this one, C implies that is the code byte. Okay. Now we'll see that how actually this instruction will be executed using whiteboard. Just wait. Okay. What the meaning of this? So this is whenever you are saying that move C, that is used for only for copying the code byte, the code. So actually the code may be stored in particular program memory. Already we have discussed that the memory is divided into two types: data memory and code memory or program memory. Somewhere data program is stored in, sorry, this may be a program memory. So here we are having some code is mentioned here. This has to move onto the accumulator, but the address of this code where it is stored in the program memory is specified by a DP, data pointer and accumulator. That means here for initially we are having the accumulator, we are having some 8-bit address, and this is added with the contents of a 16-bit DPTR register So these both are having some DPTR is having some 16-bit address and this accumulator is having some 8-bit address, and both are added. So whatever the sum we are getting, so in that particular memory address we are having some code, so that has to be moved onto the accumulator. So that is the meaning of this instruction. Okay, so this instruction adds the 8-bit accumulator contents into the 16-bit data pointer and uses the sum as address of the byte from which that code byte is moved onto the accumulator. Simply, actually I want to move the code byte which is stored at this particular address of the program memory. So that address of the program memory is calculated from the contents of accumulator and DPTR, and that is moved onto the accumulator. So that is specified by this instruction move C A comma at the rate A plus DPTR. So this is indexed. Okay, that's what is called as indexed addressing mode. Now we'll go for the move on to the last addressing mode. So the last addressing mode is stack addressing mode. So simply you can say that it is a subtype of that addressing mode in which stack instructions are used. Here also the address of the data is specified directly, but we are going to use some stack instruction push and pop. Instructions such as directly push A is invalid. You have to specify the address of that one. So push 04, that means push the contents of R4 onto the stack. Push 06, push the contents of R6. We can specify the R6 and R4 like this also. 0 means R0, 01, R1 like that. Okay. So 06, R6 contents can be pushed onto the top of the stack. Pop means the top of the stack are moved onto the R2 register, that is pop 02, and pop 0F0H. 0F0H is nothing but actually address of register B. So whatever the contents of stack that are moved onto the 0F0H, that is the register B. It pop the top of stack into register B. So like this we are having the 7 addressing modes. Okay, in the next session we would like to discuss about the instruction set of